of the past, let's rearrange. Y'all really stuck? Puppets with strings attached, waiting for mommy and daddy to tell them they give a fuck. Y'all wondering why? Yo, you know. Yeah, we living in a world where the rules don't apply. They say we gotta follow, but we ready to fly. System got us boxed in, trying to keep us small. But we rise like the phoenix, we ain't scared to brawl. They feeding us lies, but we see through the smoke. We're the voice of the people, we're ready to provoke. They want us to divide, but we're stronger as one. Breaking chains, taking names, yeah, we getting it done. It's us versus the system, we're breaking the mold. Fist in the air, yeah, we taking control. No more silence, no more fear. Together we rise, let them know we're here. Riders ignite. In the world of division, they showed us how to share. But the weight of our sorrows, they never taught us to bear. We split our joys and laughter, but the pain remained untold. A burden we carry alone, a story left untold. They taught us to split everything, but not the heavy pain. It lingers in the shadows, a darkness we can't explain. We're left with shattered pieces, trying to mend what's lost. They taught us how to split everything, but not the heavy cost. We learned to divide our dreams and multiply our fears. But the ache in our hearts only grew with passing years. They gave us all the answers, except how to heal. The scars that run so deep, wounds that time can't seal. Yeah, they taught us how to share, but only the good. Smiles and laughter like we understood. But deep down inside, there's a storm we hide. Pain in our hearts, we're just trying to ride. Put on a mask, yeah, we play the part, but nobody sees the cracks in the hearts. We share our dreams, the highs and the lows, but when it comes to hurt, we just close the doors. We share the fun times, deflect the pain, laughing in the sunshine, dancing in the rain. But the shadows linger, they creep and they crawl, breaking us down, but we don't share at all. We got hate in our hearts, but we keep concealed. Taught to share the joy, but wounds, they stay unhealed. They said love was easy to divide, but the heartache never subsides. We tried to split everything into two, but the pain lingers strong and true. Shared our dreams, divided our fears, but the sorrow remained through the years. No matter how we tried to let go, the weight of our suffering continued to grow. Now we're apart trying to heal, but some wounds are too deep to conceal. They said splitting up will set us free, yet the pain lingers in you and me. In a world where rules are set in stone, the system's grip tightens, we're not alone. Bound by chains of adjusted greed. Against the odds, we fight to be free. Mighty forces try to keep us down, but our spirits rise, refusing to drown. Defying norms, breaking through the mold. In this battle of wills, our story is told. As the clash continues day by day, we stand united, come what may. For in this world where rules don't apply, our strength and unity will never die. They tried to silence our dreams, but we're loud and clear. With every step forward, conquering fear. They can't hold us back. We're the fire and the flame in this battle for freedom. We're all in the game. They say it's just a game, but we're playing for keeps. With the strength of the many, we're shattering their leaps. No more puppets on strings, we're cutting the ties. With our eyes on the prize, we're reaching for the skies. So let's stand together, let's break down the walls. In this fight for our future, we'll answer the calls. From the ashes, we'll rise like a storm. Riders ignite. It's us versus the system, and we're ready to fight. They're building walls, but we're digging tunnels. With every step we take, we're shaking the bundles. From the streets to the courts, we're raising our voice. In a world full of noise, we're making the choice. They want to keep us blind, but we see the light. Knowledge is power, and we're ready to fight. From the corners of the city to the halls of the state, where the heartbeat of the struggle can't afford to wait. It's us versus the system, we're breaking the mold. This in the air, yeah, we're taking control. No more silence, no more fear. Together we rise, let them know we're here. Riders ignite. They taught us to split everything, but not the heavy pain. It lingers in the shadows, a darkness we can't explain. We're left with shattered pieces, trying to mend what's lost. They taught us how to split everything, but not the heavy cost. Now we stand here broken, searching for some light, hoping for a way out of this never-ending night. But through it all, we find strength in each other's embrace. Together we'll face tomorrow and find solace in this space. They say don't bring the drama, keep it all light. But every night I'm fighting these demons in sight. Whispers in my mind, yeah, they echo when they shout. While I'm smiling on the surface, I'm breaking without. We're sharing the laughter, but what's underneath. A battlefield of sorrow, a war with no peace. We're warriors in silence, but nobody knows how the pain that we carry just grows and it grows. In a world of lessons learned, they taught us how to stand and burn. But the scars we hide deep inside are the ones that never subside. We followed all the rules they made, but the emptiness never fades. Their wounds like knives, cutting through even wounds that always grew. They painted pictures of success, but couldn't fix what's left of us. Now we're left to bear the strain of the pain that lingers, never wanes. It's us versus the system, we're breaking the mold. That's in the air, yeah, we're taking control. No more silence, no more fear. Together we rise, let them know we're here. Riders ignite. So remember this moment, remember this face, remember this sound. We're the voice of the future, and we won't back down. In the face of oppression, we'll stand up tall. It's us versus the system, and united we'll fall. Riders show how we unite.
All right, y'all, man. Listen, let's grab that toxicity, all right? Toxic people in your life, all right? Go be them motherfuckers, all right? Go be them motherfuckers right out the window and right into a motherfucking trash can, all right? And forget about them just like yesterday's newspaper, because that's how irrelevant a lot of these people on these apps are, all right? I don't get tired of saying social media is going to be the death of many. Blessings. We got Dish and Dirt in the building, man. Big shout out to Dish and Dirt. Make sure y'all go check out Sheriff Clara. All right. Shout out to The Answer, man. I was just over there. Hope all is well with The Answer. I gotta fix my stream elements, all right, and put the content creators, all right, that got, how can I say, got great channels for people to go watch, so they could watch them. Hold up, what's going on? I am on the right channel. So what? Oh, here we go. But shout out to Sheriff Claire, all right, and her channel for bringing humor back to YouTube, all right. I appreciate the laughters and the entertainment. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna put something on. I gotta figure out what my son wants. All right, 1 second.
In this world of blame, let's learn from the elders to lead with respect.
All right, I'm back. So like I was saying, shout out to, those content creators that are out here, man. The Answer, shout out to him. Shout out to Sheriff Flair. But man, look, listen, man, I've been seeing a lot of shit on these social media apps, right, on these platforms, and shit is really wild out here, man. It's unfortunate that we got people out here that, want to come in and spread that bad energy that they got in them, all right? Because we do got real good channels out here, and it's funny that we sit here and like, well, when are we going to come across these type of platforms where, we could have the humor back. All right, we could bring the roasting. We could talk about certain topics. We could bring awareness about this and not, be coming at each other, threatening each other and disrespecting each other. But when we do got these panels, motherfuckers want to bring them down. So it's unfortunate, all right, that, a lot of that shit is going on. But on some real shit, man, I said this earlier, all right, and I said it on The Answer. So shout out to The Answer because it seems like he's having a lot of, haters on his channel coming in. But, I call the haters admirers, all right? And I feel as though, and this is not, I'm not speaking on everybody. If you're going to, if you feel as though you're going to get offended by what's being said on this channel, man, feel free to exit left, all right? Make sure the doorknob doesn't hit you with a good or split you, all right? Because I ain't here to babysit no one's ego. Some of y'all really need to log off the matrix and go sit with a therapist, all right? A mirror, and maybe a priest, because only on social media do people think running their mouth equals power, all right? And that's the crazy part about it. Knowing damn well that their fists don't match their hands. I mean, their mouth, all right? Like, y'all forget about coffins. Y'all forget about karma. Y'all forget that the ancestors are watching and they don't play about their bloodline, all right? This app got men and women protecting predators, defending, how can I say, dysfunctions like it's a personality trait. Lifeless souls scrolling through drama like it's, life or death. Like their next breath depends on who said what. You got folks hiding behind keyboards spreading hate All right. Getting mad at opinions, ready to pull up at people's houses like tomorrow's promise. Newsflash, it's not, and neither is your relevance. All right. You want to be loud, reckless, and wrong, but can't handle being, how can I say it, held accountable. You want to bleed online and blame the audience for noticing. You want to pay, how can I say, play victim and villain in the same breath. But I'm not here to babysit, all right? Broken spirits who treat critique like cruelty. I'm here to slice through delusion, to reflect, all right, what you fear, and to remind you, I don't walk alone, all right? I walk with warriors. I walk with ancestors who survived ships, shackles, and silence. You think, how can I say, you think your shade can shake me? My lineage is louder than your lies, all right? It's crazy how motherfuckers be having stalkers on these apps and people get really obsessed. Like, people really do admire people on this job. It's really crazy, yo. Oh, we got a little troll. Let me help you out. Let me help you out. Make sure the doorknob doesn't hit you on the way out. All right. Bye, baby. I ain't got time for you. Get the fuck out of my face. So let's continue. I had to pull. I like how Candyman says it. I need to get one of his. I need somebody to, record his voice and just give me that little drop. I'll pay for it. Bye, motherfuckers. Go find a cloud to hop on. All right. So once again, y'all want to be loud, reckless, and wrong, but can't handle being held accountable. Y'all want to bleed online and blame the audience for noticing. You want to play victim and villain in the same breath. All right. But I'm not here to babysit. All right. Broken spirits who, how can I say, yeah, I said it right the first time, who treat critique like cruelty. All right. I'm here to slice through delusion, to walk with the ancestors who survived ships, shackles, and silence. All right. You think you can shade, how can I say, you think your shade can shake me? My lineage is louder than your lies once again. So don't come looking for me. I won't give you the attention or the glory you're chasing. I'll leave you bleeding. How can I say? How can I put this into words? I'll leave you bleeding, not out of hate, but out of truth. Because I know you don't care about healing. All right. You care about hiding. You deflect your pain. All right. Project your insecurities and call it personality. But what you don't know is this. You can't tear down. All right. You can't tear down what's been built by spirit. All right. You can't shake what's been forged in fire. You can't mimic what's divine. All right. And I'm not saying that I am the divine. All right. It's not a shorty's fault. You're burning in your own hell. All right. I laugh at folks who bash others out of insecurity. All right. When I look in the mirror, I see a free soul. When you look in yours, what do you see? A puppet with strings or a spirit too scared to cut them? Either way, I'm not the villain. All right. I'm the blade. How can I say? I'm the problem, I guess. I'm the prophecy, right? And if you ain't ready for that, then don't summon me with your foolishness. All right. Like, I get so tired of hearing these people come on this John, right? Looking for people, complaining, all right? And then when somebody comes and replies back, they want to fucking cry. Oh, but you said this about me. Oh my God, but you hurt my feelings. Why? Why did you say that? Like, man, people, man. I really don't understand certain people on this John. Like, I'm gonna put it like this. Some of y'all are fighting demons in your own space and can't carry the karma you created. You bleed online and blame the audience for noticing. All right. You bark for attention, then cry when someone responds. You want to be loud, but not held accountable. You want to be messy, but untouched. That's not power, all right? That's cowardness. You show up on panels arguing with women in relationships about married men. Y'all bash men who just want to talk, not flirt. Y'all scream, fuck a man, all right? Then throw yourselves at one. Like, like thirst is a personality trait. Y'all call it empowerment, but it's just confusion and ills, all right? And this goes to a lot of ladies out here that demand respect, all right? Like, if that shit is a wage. You want respect, start by respecting yourself. You want admiration, start by healing, because right now you're not leading, you're leaking. All right. And to my stalker, yeah, you, the one who follows me around social media like a damn shadow in heat. You study me like a scripture. And I, listen, mimic all the women on this app. All right. Like you a fan. And obsessed like you're in love. But baby, this ain't lust, all right? This is envy dressed in delusion. You can never be me. You couldn't walk a block in my shoes, all right? I walk with God. I walk with my ancestors. I walk with legacy. You walk with confusion and a Wi-Fi signal strong enough to stalk, but not strong enough to heal, all right? You want to be public, all right? Cool. But don't act shocked when the public responds. You want to be seen, then be ready to be reflected. You want to be messy, then don't cry when someone hands you a mop. All right. I'm not the villain. I'm the narrator. Once again, like I said in my live earlier, I'm not the threat. I'm the threshold. All right. And others that you feel like, how can I say, you want to break down and bring down all because you're, bleeding, like because you're insecure, because somebody hurt you. So now everybody got to be put in one barrel. All right, and everybody got to suffer because you can't seem to heal. That should be crazy. All right, it really do. All right. So once again, don't cry when someone hands you a mop. All right, like, and I'm gonna put it like this: a lot of us are not the threat. We are the threshold. And once again, if you ain't ready to cross it, stay in the shallow end. All right. Some of y'all really need to log off the matrix and go see a therapist. Y'all keep forgetting about coffins. Y'all keep forgetting about karma. Y'all keep forgetting about the ancestors watching. All right. And they don't play about their bloodline. Y'all protect predators. Y'all defend dysfunction. Y'all scroll through drama like it's oxygen. But I don't move for chaos. I move for for a purpose. I don't entertain demons. I remind them who survived the fire. All right. So how do we bring awareness? We speak raw. We speak loud. We speak layered. We don't sugarcoat dysfunction. We don't cuddle this. How can I say confusion? We don't dilute truth to make it. How can I say digestible? We cut. We cut deep so healing can begin. We roll so clarity can rise. We reflect so legacy, all right, can live. You want to feel what I feel, then carry what I carry. Walk with what I walk with. All right, stand in the fire and don't flinch. Speak truth and don't fold. Move with ancestors and don't apologize. That's how can I say, you feel it. That's how you live it. That's how you build it. All right. This ain't just a lie. This is a movement. If you ain't ready for that, don't summon me with your motherfucking foolishness. All right. Like, so to those out there, all right, I'm gonna put it like this. So to those out here, man, all right, and others deflecting your pain and insecurities like it's a sport, let me say this, all right. In order to come close to someone who walks with the divine, you have to carry their pain. You have to walk a mile in their shoes, and you're not ready. You're built, how can I say, you're not built for it. You admire the glow, but you couldn't survive the fire. All right, you want proximity, but you can't handle the process. You think it's easy to walk with God, to move with ancestors, whispering wisdom into your spirit. You think this is clarity, all right? Like, how can I say? You think that clarity came without cost. You think that peace was handed out like it was retweets. Nah, man. This was earned. This was fought for. This was bled for. And while you're busy projecting your wounds onto others, I'm busy healing minds. And so are many others out here. While you're deflecting, I'm reflecting. All right. While you're spiraling, I'm ascending. So thank you for admiring. All right. I see it. I feel it. But I also know to stay away because admiration without accountability is just obsession. And I don't entertain obsession. All right. I protect my peace. I don't invite chaos. I honor my calling. You want to be, how can I say, you want to be close? Then be ready to, carry weight. Be ready to, face the mirror. Be ready to walk through the fire without flinching. Until then, stay where you are. Watch from a distance, but don't reach for what you are not ready to hold. All right. This walk ain't for the weak. This path ain't for the performative. All right. And this legacy is guarded by spirits that don't play. Oh, yeah. See, listen, I don't care like who's listening, how many. This is not for everybody. All right. So if y'all trolling around looking for attention, seeking for some glory, I don't know, looking for some clout, go somewhere else. All right, there's plenty of places where you can find some beef. I know it's 2:10 in the morning. All right, bye, bye. Go find a motherfucking cloud you can hop on. All right. It's the devil's speech when you walking with the motherfucking devil. Shit, that sometimes, shit, listen, I be telling motherfuckers, sometimes I wonder. Sometimes I wonder, was he really a liar? Because look at how motherfuckers be on this John. Look at how motherfuckers really be on this John. Once again, I'm guarded by the spirits, yo.
Religiously, understand the 7 principles of hell. You understand the 7 demons within you. You understand that whole concept is a whole metaphysical concept. We ain't go over that, but anyway, so from a spiritual standpoint now when we say demons are on us, what happens when you vibrate in that frequency, when you have those emotions?
My bad. Bless you to XXX Diva Viva. Wait, Dia Viva. I hope I said that right. Triple X Dia Viva. Adio Viva. Bless you too. Bless you. Hope you have a blessed morning too, man. But yeah, man, some of us get the misconception real wrong in life, man. Listen, we all have a fucking past with us, whether it's dark or whether it's not dark, all right? We have choices in life. We have options in life. Once we figure out, all right, that we've been, we took a wrong path or we did something fucked up, all right? You're supposed to learn from the mistakes, but motherfuckers want to dwell on that shit, and then they expect motherfuckers to fix that mistake for them. You see where I'm coming from? Like, listen, I do a lot of poetry, all right? And in these poetries, it shows you, like, listen, no matter what obstacle, I don't care whose story I've heard, all right, and whose story I turned and gave poetic justice. You would never know who's, I'm speaking on when it comes to my poetry, all right? Because when I write down what that person inspired me to write down, all right, anybody can relate to it. If you can relate to it, then you relate to it. If you don't, you don't. Then it wasn't meant for you. It was meant for the person that can relate to it, to inspire and to motivate.
Understand what the emotions are.
She leads them astray, and they pay the price. Karma. I guess people don't understand that karma can go
from the inside out. Right. The reason people can't manifest because they don't even believe they can have what they have.
For the problems around us, turning a deaf ear to our own mistakes. We blame the devil for our misguided actions.
Have to get you to participate and give that energy away so they can have that energy away.
And that's some real shit, man. That's what a lot of people do, give their energy away. All right, and I ain't giving minds to sit here and entertain some clowns that are already working for the circus for free. So let me speak to the ones, all right, who think proximity equals power. Just because you're close to the flame doesn't mean, all right, you carry the heat. You watch me, study me, all right, and people just like me that do the same thing that I do, all right. And what I mean by that, all right, many content creators are out here, all right? They bring awareness to a lot of things, all right? They bring back the humor, they bring back the roasting, and they keep it respectful, all right? But a lot of people can't do that. So y'all try to do the same thing, all right? Y'all watch, y'all study, y'all mimic, all right? But you don't walk with what we walk with. You don't carry the pain we carry. You don't hear the whispers of the ancestors in your sleep. You don't feel the weight of survival stitched into your spirit. You admire the movement, but you couldn't survive how can I say it? You couldn't survive the initiation. I can't ever pronounce the word right. Initiation. There you go. All right. Some of y'all think you're chosen, all right, because you're loud, because chosen ain't volume, it's vibration. That's what y'all need to realize. It's alignment, it's sacrifice, and you ain't, how can I say, sacrifice a damn thing. You want to be seen, but you refuse to be stripped, all right? You want to be praised, but you reject the process. You want to be divine, but you move like chaos in heels or in boots. You deflect your pain onto others like it's currency. You bleed insecurity and call it confidence. You bark, all right, in truth. How can I say you bark at truth and call it hate? But let me tell you something, all right? Truth don't flinch. Legacy don't bend. And all right. And we don't move for clowns who confuse critique with cruelty. We move for clarity. We move for healing. We move for the young ones watching, trying to figure out who they are in this world. All right. That keeps handing them confusion dressed as culture. All right. My bad, culture. Let me say that right. You want to come close to someone who walks with the divine, then be ready to carry the weight. Be ready to walk through the fire without flinching. Be ready to lose what no longer serves you. Be ready to be broken and rebuilt. All right. Because this walk ain't for the weak. This path ain't for the, how can I say, performative. And this legacy is guarded by spirits that don't play. So thank you for admiring. All right. I see it once again. I feel it. But I also know stay away. Because admiration without accountability is just obsession. All right. And I don't entertain obsession. I protect my peace. I don't invite chaos. I honor my calling. You want to be close? Then be ready to carry the weight. Until then, stay where you are. Watch from a distance, but don't reach for what you are not ready to hold. Oh, shit. We got trolls in the chat. All right. Like it's crazy because some of y'all are really fighting demons in your own space and can't carry the karma you created. You bleed online and blame the audience for noticing. Once again, I said this shit earlier. You bark for attention, then cry when someone responds. You want to be loud, but not held accountable. You want to be messy, but untouched. That's not power. That's cowardice. Once again, you show up, all right, on panels arguing with women in relationships, all right, and a lot of people do this, all right, about married men. Y'all bash men who just want to, talk, not flirt, all right. And what's crazy is you scream, fuck a man, then throw yourselves. And this is for some ladies right here. All right. A lot of people do that. Like that right there, throwing yourself at them, that's like a thirst personality. And y'all call it empowerment. But it's just confusion. Once again, it heals. Y'all want respect. Once again, like I said earlier, start by respecting yourself. Y'all want admiration, start by healing. Because right now, y'all are not leaning. Y'all are leaking all over the fucking matrix. And y'all can't even see that shit. Y'all can't. All right. So shout out to the real woman, the ones who walk with grace, not thirst, the ones who carry legacy, not chaos, the ones who don't need to bark to be heard. All right. Now let me talk to my stalker. Yeah, you, the one who follows me around, and I keep saying this like a damn shadow in heat. Yo, stay in your lane, right? And it was crazy is, right, so many women like this come online, all right, and it's crazy men do it too, all right, and they come looking for people, and when people say something back, they mad, they feeling some type of way, all right, like it, it is a shame, it's a shame. Like I could sit here and say this to the people. I mean, some people say they're haters, but I feel as though they're admirers, all right? Like to my stalkers and shit like that. And I barely got a lot. I don't. It's just some people be getting all up in the emotions on some real shit. Y'all admiring me and people that do things like I do, all right? Like y'all admire the movement. Y'all admire the voice. But let's be clear, y'all can never be like us. Y'all couldn't walk a block in our shoes, let alone a mile. Y'all ain't built like us. Y'all ain't chosen like us. Y'all ain't protected like us, all right? I walk with God. I walk with my ancestors. I walk with fire in my chest and clarity in my tongue, all right? You walk with confusion, contradiction, and a Wi-Fi signal strong enough to stalk, but not strong enough to, heal. You talk shit, but you stay tuned in. You throw shade, but you never log off, all right? Y'all hate publicly, but admire privately. You're not a threat. You're a fan with bad manners. On some real shit. I feel bad for these celebrities. I don't want to ever be a celebrity, all right? Y'all not a rival. Y'all are a reminder of what happens when a soul stays stuck, all right? Y'all want to be seen, but y'all refuse to be accountable. Y'all want to be loud, but y'all ain't saying shit. All right? Y'all want to be like us, but y'all ain't even yourselves. Man, so that's why I say to the stalkers, the haters, all right, keep watching, keep lurking, and keep trying to decode the blueprint you'll never access. But understand this, I don't listen. There's a lot of people like me, all right, and especially me. I don't move for clowns. I don't respond to chaos. I don't entertain demons. I roast, I reflect, and I rise. And while you're busy bleeding online, I'm building a legacy, all right? While you're stuck in obsession, I'm walking in purpose, and so many people are too, all right? While y'all are throwing temper tantrums, all right, I'm throwing truth. And so are so many people out here. Like, y'all want attention, go bark at the moon. Y'all want validation, go carry, how can I say, let me put it like this. Go cry to your echo. All right, y'all echo chambers. But don't come for us unless you're ready to meet the ancestors. All right, because a lot of us don't fight. We finish. We don't argue. We expose. We don't flinch. All right, we don't flinch when the mirror gets heavy. You're not stalking. Y'all are studying. Y'all are studying your replacements. The old heads that come on here and try to fight with the women that feel confident with themselves, all right, that know that, you know, who they are, where they going. Damn, that is crazy. Like, this shit is crazy. Like, let me talk to the ones who think chaos is charisma, all right? The ones who log in daily just to vomit dysfunction and call it content. You ain't healing, you're hiding. You ain't building, all right? You are baiting. You show up with trauma dressed in glitter and expect applause, all right? But I see through it. A lot of people see through it, all right? A lot of us see the pain that y'all refuse to name, all right? We see the envy you try to mask with fake confidence. Y'all want to be seen but not held accountable. Y'all want to be loud but not corrected. Y'all want to be messy but untouched. That's not power, that's cowardice. Y'all scroll through drama like a scripture, all right? Y'all protect predators like they're prophets. Y'all defend dysfunction like it's sacred. And when someone speaks truth, y'all call it hate. Y'all call it bullying. Y'all call it too much. But what y'all really mean is, it hit too close. It exposed too much. It reminded you that your mask is slipping. So let me be clear. All right. A lot of us ain't on this bitch. All right. My bad. Rach, no. Put the hood away. A lot of us ain't on this John. All right. How can I say? For clout. We don't move for clout. We move for clarity. We don't speak to be liked. All right. We speak to be heard. And if our words cut deep, maybe it's because you've been avoiding surgery. I'm not here to cuddle, all right, broken spirits who weaponize their wounds. I'm here to reflect, to roast, and to remind you that the ancestors didn't survive ships and shackles, all right, for you to bleed online and call it healing. They didn't fight for freedom so that you can chain yourself to the chaos. They didn't walk through fire so you could, how can I say, play with matches. You want to be public? Then be prepared for reflection, all right? You can't be loud, then be ready to be, how can I say, let me put it like this. You want to be loud, then be ready for a response. You want to be messy, then don't cry when someone hands you a mop. We are not the villains, all right? We are the voice. We're not the threat. We're the thresholds out here, all right? Yeah, I said it right, threshold, all right? And if you ain't ready to cross it, stay in the shallow end. Because over here, we speak truth, all right? We walk with legacy and we don't flinch when the mirror gets heavy once again. So like I said earlier, some of y'all need to log off the motherfucking matrix and go sit with a therapist, a mirror, and maybe a priest. Because only on social media do people think running their mouth equals power, knowing damn well their fists, all right? How can I say their mouths don't match their fists? Y'all be forgetting about coffins and karma. Y'all forget that the ancestors watching it. Like, the ancestors are really watching and they do not play with their bloodline, all right? So if you out here, all right, if you're out here and you're a woman, right, and you're taking all your clothes off, right, to tell somebody that you got a body, that you're so, fine, fit, and feminist, what does that say about yourself? Why do you feel the need? All right. Why do you feel the necessity? All right. To strip on camera to get someone else's validation on if your body is prettier than someone else's. Why do you feel the need to bring someone else on camera and tell them that they're fat? You know what I've never ever in my life seen before, right? Somebody trying to, a fat person trying to fat shame another fat person. Funny part is that when I seen this shit happen, it was this motherfucking fat person trying to shame somebody that they thought was fat, but in reality, this person was real muscular. You see where I'm coming from? And I'm sitting here like, yo, what is going on with social media? How bad are the demons that y'all are fighting out here? How insecure can you be that you have to come online and deflect your insecurities and your pain onto others? How bad does it have to get that you have to call people out here because, their opinion didn't fit your narrative? Now you're on this bitch hitting your head on the motherfucking wall, asking for someone's help. But you created the mess you just got yourself into. So if you cannot, how can I say, deal with being held accountable, log off the motherfucking matrix. Some of y'all need a fucking break. Oh shit, we got Mouthpiece in the building, man. Blessings, Mouthpiece. How you doing, man? Big shout out to the king, yo. Make sure y'all go check him out. Great conversations, great topics, yo. Listen, man. Over there, you'll get a little bit of awareness. Over there, you'll get a little bit of humor. All right, a little bit of roasting. All right, and listen, you get a little bit of everything. Shout out to Mouthpiece. All right, YouTube's David Banner. Man, big shout out to him, y'all. All is well. Blessings, welcome in full metal chat. But yeah, that's what I wanted to come on here, man, and say, like, people stop getting all in your fucking emotions when somebody is saying something, man. If y'all don't want to be critiqued, don't come online doing certain things. You see where I'm coming from? All right. Like, if you come on this John, all right, saying certain shit, I don't know why people expect for other people to stay quiet. If you say something, someone is going to say something back. Like, we need to stop acting like we're in kindergarten and grow the fuck up, for real. All right? Me personally, I don't respect older women than me trying to be in competition. Listen, I'm not in competition with y'all. All right? I'm in competition with myself. All right? Trying to become a better person than what I was yesterday. All right? If anything, all right, the competition that I have is with the motherfucker in the mirror staring back at me. All right, I'm trying to make sure that I'm not going 10 steps backwards when I should be going 10 steps forward. All right, and when it comes to these social media platforms, all right, like I said, I'm not here for likes. Like, we all need to get a view, right? Because we're trying to send a message across, or we're trying to bring awareness to something, right? So, yeah, we come on this John, we talk. All right, but that's what we do. We have conversations, all right? Not everything is meant for a debate, and people need to understand that, especially when it comes, all right, to, sexual abuse, all right, the molestation of a minor. And I've noticed that a lot of people are on these apps lately, sugarcoating that shit. Another thing that I noticed is how motherfuckers are on this app, all right? And as crazy as it sounds, like, I feel like some people are on this app looking at family members like they're about to commit incest. I'm not going to sit here and lie. Like, y'all need to stop cuddling these predators. But you know what? That's all I can say. People are going to still come on this app and cuddle these predators. All right? Oh, I appreciate that. I appreciate that, full metal chat. And listen, man, if you got something, that you want to say it, man. Listen, people are going to come on this John and, how can I say, get all in their feelings, all right? At the end of the day, listen, everybody has an opinion, a point of view, all right? We're allowed to speak our minds as long as we do it respectfully, all right? And if we fuck up, we need to learn how to take accountability for our actions and our mistakes, all right? Stop blaming others, all right? Deflecting our insecurities and our pain. All right, people need to stop coming on this app and using mental health as a motherfucking crutch, because there are people out there that really do need help when it comes to mental health. As crazy as that sounds, all right? Like, Facts. That's what I like doing too, man. That's why I did this live, because it's kind of like, yo, man, I be on panels where they be chilling, right? And they be having some cool vibes. And then you see all these people trying to come in, right, and kill the vibe, or try to get that channel clapped because that channel is doing good or is doing better than they are. And I'm saying, like, wow, why would y'all do that? Like, y'all ask for these type of panels. They come on these panels and try to fuck up the motherfucking content creator that's on this John doing some shit. Like, man, shout out to all the real men out here, all right, that, you know, bring awareness, all right, to the pain. And they don't give a fuck about the motherfuckers that get in their egos because, you know, their narrative didn't fit theirs. You see where I'm coming from? Shout out to a lot of them, yo. Because we need some more kings on these apps, all right? And I'm not talking about no goddamn celebrities or no goddamn influencers, because we don't got the influencer section on this, all right, up in this John. We really don't. Yes, USA has a real huge mental health problem. And that's why I love when men come on these apps, all right? And once again, they bring awareness to the pain. And then you got men and women on here trying to bash them. Like, is y'all really, like, what's y'all mad? Because y'all couldn't be out here and keep a trap? Half y'all motherfuckers in y'all motherfucking 40s trying to fucking sell drugs in these motherfucking corners, but y'all still smoking y'all shit talking about, I'm the big alpha. Own my block. I'm like, you do? So the government own you because the fucking government owns these blocks. I mean, unless you own the land that you're walking on. But you know what? I'm gonna shut the fuck up because you know, someone gonna get in their ego and then, you know, because I'm not speaking about every man. All right, I'm speaking in general. In general. We got Miss V in the you doing politics now? You got another channel? I gotta check that channel out. You don't even, oh, wait a minute. I gotta give that a hostage. I gotta go check that out. Oh, wait. Miss V got another channel, man. I'm hoping this is Miss V. Wait, is this Miss V before I give a mod stick? I don't want to just give a mod stick if it's not Miss V. But I know. Yes. Yep. Okay. I needed her to confirm it because I'm like, whoa, I ain't see this channel, man. She be on them crime videos. Yo, listen, man, she be having some dope ass videos. I love her channel. Right? Like, listen, man, she's a big inspiration to a lot of us. Make sure y'all go check her out. All right. And if she's speaking on politics, I know it's definitely gonna be dope, man. I got nothing but respect for Miss V. All right. Listen, man, nothing but respect. All right. I love the way she carries herself on this John. I love the way she break down her videos. All right. Have conversations with her audience. Listen, man, I be in that chat when I'm able to be in the chat. The majority of the time, I'll be in the bushes listening to her like I do with a lot of people, like I do with Mouthpiece. All right. And listen, they be having some great ass panels, some great topics. And I feel as though, all right, we need to give these content creators more shine. All right. We like I be having these conversations and I hear a lot of people around me, right, talk about wanting to see these type of panels, right? That's why earlier I was mad when I was, you know, not mad, I was disappointed, right? Kind of like, because I like, listen, there's this big bro, all right, like this person that this content creator that just started doing content creator, right? I see him like a big bro, right? And he's got this good thing going on, but I've noticed that a lot of people, I'm gonna say, you know, people call it hating, but I'm gonna say they admire him, because if it's that deep that y'all can't sit here, you know, in respect of someone's channel and panel, I'm sitting here like, damn, like this is the type of shit that people are looking for, but they don't find it because of the drama and the bullshit that's overclouding these channels. All right, that are, I'm not even gonna say outshine, because people ain't looking for outshining the next motherfucker, right? When it's, you know, when it comes to these type of content creators, all right, they're just looking to bring awareness, all right, to bring back the little bit of humor, have these conversations that matter, all right, whether it's an hour, 2 hours of a podcast that they give, whether it's a woman or a man, all right. It's too many of us women. I say like that because I'm gonna put it like this: it's too many women on this app, all right, because there's not a lot of us, all right. We, not all women can be put in one category, like not all men can be put in one category, right? It's too many women coming on this app, all right, trying to bash women, all right, for having a point of view, for not trying to, for not wanting to be a part of the feminist act, right? For, how can I say, for wanting to have their own mind, for thinking for themselves, not trying to be a group that feels like it's a cult. And, in order for you to be there, you got to bring down every woman that doesn't fit the narrative of the cult. Like, men are out here too. All right. And a lot of us don't mind going the traditional way, going hand in hand with a man. And what's crazy is going hand in hand with a man makes it a whole lot easier for us women out here that at one point was very, independent, because that's how we was brought up. Fuck a man, who needs them? When I started noticing that not all men are, a part of the same category, all right, I started separating them. I started falling back and watching and observing. Shout out to my baby pops for teaching me too. All right. Because he wasn't even selfish. He taught me that, not all men are like, what I think they are and what a lot of women think they are. All right. And we need to understand that men suffer from mental health too. All right. We need to speak on it just as much as we speak on women's mental health and children's mental health. All right. On some real shit. Y'all, listen, a lot of women need to realize that we're mothers, right? That we give birth to men the same way we give birth to, women. Right? Yeah, we need a man in order to give birth, right? Because that man's sperm is kind of like the soul, right? It goes inside of us. Well, they pour it in us when we get intimate, right? And then, once that's in there, right? It goes inside the egg, and boom, now this egg got life. So without the man, without the woman, we can't create these children, all right? But the woman definitely gives birth to the male and the female, but without the male, she can't do that. So we need to respect, yo. And a lot of women are not respecting themselves, let alone, how can I say, the people they care about. All right, a lot of men are doing it too. But I'm a woman, so I'm gonna speak on the women. I've been on panels where Mouthpiece have, sat here, right? Shout out to Mouthpiece. Make sure y'all check him out, all right, and spoke on it, right, on a male's point of view. So make sure y'all go check him out. Y'all say we don't have enough men out here talking. Just the fuck there is. Y'all just don't want to go see it. Y'all just don't want to realize that, men are tired of the same bullshit as women are, is too. All right, it's a vice versa thing. I don't know. Maybe I'm tripping. But like I said, all right, these are just thoughts, all right, straight from a shorty's head. All right, social media is undefeated. All right, it's so undefeated to the point where we got women disrespecting men and men disrespecting women. Yeah. Women disrespecting men and men disrespecting women. Hold up, wait, I almost got tongue twisted. I don't know why. Shit, Ray, get it together. Shit. Man. Like, I'm not understanding this shit, all right? Me personally, as a woman, I can't be on a panel, all right, with another woman and cannot have a conversation, all right? And every word out of her damn mouth is disrespecting somebody. And then wants somebody else to stay. You can't say nothing back. Bitch, please. Like, listen, I got the hood side in me and I got the professional side. Which side you want? All right? Listen, man, they say it's 7 days to a period. So y'all better motherfucking realize that every woman has a personality to each day of their motherfucking period. So listen, let's get our shit together, all right? Fuck. Like, just because I'm quiet don't mean I'm going to stay quiet to disrespect. My ancestors didn't say, yo, sit the fuck down and be quiet. No, speak up. And don't scream in silence. Speak up with your head held high, all right? Let them feel what you're saying. And if they don't feel it, you're not saying anything. All right. That's why I come on this app with clarity. All right. Clarity in my mind. I make sure that I'm not mad. I make sure that I'm good. And if I'm pissed off, listen, I've learned my lesson. I was young too. What fucks me up is how old heads is doing this shit. How is there older people on this app doing this shit? Women in competition with women. And what's crazy is the older women, like, oh, here's, we don't want to replace y'all. Like, come on, man, let alone lose respect for y'all. We not in competition. Like, man, my old heads used to tell me, respect yourself first, all right? Words from a, yo, listen, let me see. Do I got this shit here? Like, motherfuckers don't understand. Like, Yep, I do. So I'm gonna play. I can say it better.
In this world of blame and shame, we point fingers, we play the game. But as our children cry in fear, we turn the blind eye, we shed no tears. Believe our women, they say, while our kids are led astray. Lost in darkness, lost in pain, yet their cries fall silent like the rain. It's a shame how far we've come, blaming all the men playing dumb. But our children need us near to wipe their tears and calm their fears. In this land of the free, water's a commodity for you and me. Can't you see? It's not fair, it's plain to see. People struggling to pay for something they need every day. In America where we say we're free, but water shouldn't come at a fee. A shorty just speaking in general about the things that seem so small. This ain't meant towards everyone, just a cry in the dark. In America where water is marked. Brothers and sisters, hear my plea. This is not about you or me. Our kids are the future, they hold the key. Wake up before we're met with defeat. In this world of chaos and strife, we must guide them to a better life. Teach them love, compassion, and light, so they can lead us out of this endless night. Let's unite as one strong force. For our children, let's stay on course. Together we can make a change and secure a better future in exchange. Y'all should have listened the first time they let the cat out the hat. Now it's a crime. Many are falling into a trap, thinking it's a game, but they full of cap. Some are ready and fully strapped, while others keep falling into the gap. The warning signs were clear as day, but some chose not to heed what they say. Now the consequences come to light. Those who ignored are in for a fight. Listen close and learn from this mishap. Don't be caught unaware, don't fall into the trap. From the wisdom of my elders I learned women are strong, independent and firm. But sometimes we need a helping hand to conquer challenges and make a stand. Independence is crucial, that's true. Yet together with a man we can pursue. Respect yourself first and foremost, so others will treat you like the most. Ladies growing up, remember this advice. You're capable of anything you devise, but partnership and respect go hand in hand. Embrace your strength and make a stand. Memories of the past I couldn't see, now I understand. The wisdom they gave me, respect yourself first, that's the key. To earn respect from others is how it should be. A man's worth measured by how he treats his queen. Love and romance in the air, a beautiful scene. A woman's power to uplift or demean. In her hands lies a man's dream. Lessons learned from an OG so true. In matters of the heart they know what to do. Love and respect intertwined like glue. In a world where old-fashioned values still ring through. Peter Pan, Peter Pan, Peter Pan was a fairy tale. Now males want to be females without fail. Women want to be a man, it's a twisted tale. Flipping scripts and roles, they set sail. Fighting for roles, turning to moles. Making hits with their agenda goals. Targeting our kids, it takes a toll. To them it's a bliss, to us it's a black hole. They ain't trying to miss. Their agenda is the ultimate twist. Infiltrating young minds with their list, but we won't let them persist. I'm with women's rights, but what about men's too? Equality for all, it's long overdue. We want progress, we need to see both sides. Blame and shame won't help us unite. Don't label him a deadbeat without looking in the mirror. Sometimes it takes two to create rupture. Let's have conversations that include everyone. Empathy and understanding, the battles can be won. Men face struggles too, let's not forget. Their mental health matters, let's not neglect. It's time to break down walls and build bridges instead. Together we can strive for equality ahead. You scream for the police every time he come around. Then scream child support abuse, playing victim in this town. Enjoy that check, boo, but remember what goes up must come down. The only time he's worthy is when he bails you out the mess you found. You play the game, manipulating hearts without a doubt, but karma's knocking at your door, there's no way out. You point fingers and shift the blame around, but in the end, it's your own chaos that you found. You dance with danger, living on the edge of lies, but the truth will catch up to you, no more disguise. The man you rely on to clean up your mess is so profound, will soon see through your facade and leave you astounded. Using a child as a weapon, it's a shame. A woman who lacks self-respect, I can't acclaim. Real men fighting for what they believe in, never in vain. Standing 10 toes down, bringing awareness to the pain. Respect is earned by how you carry yourself, not by tearing others down for personal wealth. Real men don't back down, they fight with honor and stealth against injustice and falsehoods that threaten our health. Let's uplift each other instead of tearing apart, supporting one another from the start. Real men stand tall with courage in their heart, fighting for justice and truth, playing their part. Here's for the men who share their truth, never afraid to stand tall in their boots, respecting our women, fighting for what's right, supporting our kids day and night. Real women out there blazing trails, men by their side never looking pale. Rights for all, let's keep the balance true. Men have a voice, let's listen to. In this crazy world where battles are fought, let's remember the men who give it all they've got. Respect to those who speak their stories loud. Together we stand strong and proud. Together we stand, united we'll rise, setting an example for young eyes. In every step we take, in every plan, guiding the next generation's hand. Leading by actions, not just by words, teaching them to fly like birds. Showing love and respect in all we do, for they're always watching, taking cues. Hand in hand, let's pave the way for a better tomorrow, starting today. Our children learn from what they see. Let's show them how great they can be.
And that's some real shit right there. That's why I said, man, I could express what I felt better through poetry. All right. And never again will I ever try to do a freestyle. Because I'm not going to sit here and lie. I had to put a beat behind that shit. I was in this John trying to like, and I'm trying to keep the words in my head. I'm like, how the fuck do y'all do this shit? They was like, try it, Ray. You just got to try it. So I'm in this John, right? And I'm listening to the beat in the background and I'm on, and I'm like, oh man, I know I'm here. I got the headphones and I'm like, I can still hear me gasping for air trying to keep up. I'm like, how do y'all freestyle? No, man, I'm good. Oh man, I'm over here running out of fucking air. Like, man, you gotta have fun doing this, man. You get tired of the bullshit. Listen, man, I have boots on the ground a lot, like, and I listen to these kids out here, and like now that the doctor has approved me to go back to work and stuff, like I was down for 2 years, man. On this motherfucking app, just trying to keep, positive, trying not to break down in front of everybody. But believe it or not, man, like they say don't bring the drama, but every night, listen, man, like in my head, them demons, I was battling them Johns, like shit. Like how can I say, on the outside, I wore a smile, but on the inside, I was tearing up. Like people don't see that part. Like I feel I'm going back to work. You see where I'm coming from? I had to be strong because I didn't want my kids to, see that their, mom was going through what she was going through. So this whole time I had to sit here and be strong enough so that they don't notice, like, okay, mom got into an accident. She's, going to be in bed popping. No, man, I didn't take them fucking pills. I wasn't droopy in my crib. I paid attention to them. I fought this shit. And listen, they told me 5 herniated this. Man, like, it one wrong move, if you don't, be careful with what you're doing, you're going to be in surgery. But like a 95% chance of me being bedbound, I'm good. Hell no, I'll fight this the natural way. All right. Because once again, I walk with God beside me in the ancestors sitting on my shoulders, whispering wisdom into my spirit every day. So I don't let people knock me off my hinges, all right? Not even when they told me, listen, man, as a advocate for our children, when they was like, oh, you can't put the cameras in the school. That is violating the kids' privacy. So these teachers, right? And I'm not talking about all teachers. These teachers that are out here having sex with these minors are not violating kids' privacies. They're not sitting here breaking the trust of parents. These kids that are committing suicide in these schools, and we don't know what the problem is, the issue is, all right? Is it instigated between a teacher? Is it instigated between a student? What's going on? So listen, why are we giving so much privacy, to, people, how can I say, to people that don't even show us that they deserve it, all right? For 5 days out of the week, all right? Sometimes 6 to 8 hours a day. Come on, man. Let's be real. So when they told me, Ray, you're not going to be able to do it, we're in 2025, 5 years later, just the fuck we did. And a lot of other parents did the same thing. They said, I'm not giving up. So many parents went to these meetings, all right, to not just community meetings, but to town hall. So many parents made petitions, and throughout the years, even me, I'm on a whole new petition. And shout out to the ones that are signing that new petition to get more cameras, because first of all, my daughter's school is going to be one of the ones that's going to be, tried out to get cameras in every classroom. We want this to be worldwide. And I know there's schools with some cameras in there. All right. We're talking about cameras in each and every one of these classrooms. All right. The only place there shouldn't be a camera, all right, is in these bathrooms. All right. The first time I went about this, they told me that I would have to find a way to get the funds to even do this. But parents got together, and shout out to the ones that did. And guess what? The ones that didn't are out there trying to figure out how can they fucking, it's too late now. You see where I'm coming from? Like, y'all said it couldn't be done, but look, it's being done. All right? Facts, mouthpiece. Shout out to this king, man. Y'all make sure y'all go check him out, man, because he really spreads a lot of knowledge and wisdom, man. I look at him like the word. All right. Y'all know that I speak a lot on the word. All right. Y'all know I speak a lot on Gary Busted Down Brown. All right. Like, I look at him and respect him the same way I do them. All right. This king right here brings a lot of knowledge, a lot of wisdom, and he fights hard for what he believes in. All right. Like, and he don't just do that. Like, man, when you go on his panels, you be having fun. All right. He be bringing humor, all right, to the channel. All right. Making the audience laugh. So listen, make sure y'all go check him out. Y'all will not be disappointed. But it's, how can I say it? Like, I'm gonna say this, right? To the haters, the stalkers, to the people that want to bring people down, all right. Shout out for for admiring this, all right. But listen, don't come looking for people, all right. All right, get, like, how can I say it? A lot of us won't give y'all the attention or the glory y'all are chasing. We will leave y'all bleeding, all right. And once again, not out of hate, but out of truth, all right. Because we know y'all don't care about healing. Y'all are hiding. Y'all deflect. Y'all ping. Y'all project y'all insecurities and call it personality. But what y'all don't know is this. Y'all can't tear down what's been built by spirit. And y'all can't shake what's been forged in fire. Y'all cannot mimic what's divine. All right. And I'm not saying that we are divine. We're saying we walk with the divine. All right. It's not a shorty's fault or people out here that reply back, all right, to the dumb idiots, all right, that want to be clowns on social media for saying something. All right. You said something. We said something. The only difference between you and us, we moved on. You're still stuck dwelling. All right. That's the crazy part. All right. So it's not our fault that y'all are burning in your own hell. All right. Once again, like, I don't listen. I said this earlier. That's on y'all. Listen, I laugh on folks who bash others out of insecurity. All right. When y'all look in the mirror, what do y'all see? Because when I look in the mirror, I see a free soul. When you look in yours, what do you see? A puppet with strings or a spirit who's scared to cut them? Because I cut my strings a long time ago. I am not nobody's puppet, and I'm sure as hell not fighting for the blue and the red. All right, I ain't fighting for crumbs. All right, and I sure as hell don't got the influencer fixation. All right, like, I feel as though when a lot of y'all look in the mirror, y'all see puppets with strings. Spirits scared to cut them. And either way, man, no matter how you put this, right, we're not the villains, all right? We are the blade, all right? We are not the problem. We are the prophecy, all right? And if y'all not ready, don't summon people like us with your foolishness, all right? Because we don't work for the circus, all right? We pay, all right, for a ticket to go watch, all right, the clowns in the circus. See the difference in that? All right, guys. Like, people be out of pocket on these Jones, man. Like, let me get off this Joe, man. I just wanted to get that off my chest out here, man, because people keep on, people come on this John bleeding, expecting for people to come save them, man. Don't come on this John being disrespectful, all right, and acting like or pretending like nobody is allowed to say something back. All right. A lot of us that get disrespected will top people's disrespect, and that's on you. You see where I'm coming from? Don't get mad, right? Because somebody critiqued, right, or gave an opinion on something that you said or did online. Don't come on this bitch behaving like a fucking fool. You see where I'm coming from? Don't air your dirty laundry and expect for nobody to say something about it. But what's crazy is y'all motherfuckers don't come at the people that fucking come and, talk shit about you. Y'all come at the people that ain't saying shit to y'all, that ain't even bothering y'all. If y'all don't like what people are saying or doing, leave. Exit stage left. Just make sure the doorknob doesn't hit you with a good Lord split you. Some of y'all have a tendency of, doing that. But whatever it is, man. Till next time, this y'all shorty Rachel. I hope all of y'all have a blessed and humble day. Shout out to all those that was in the chat, all right, having a conversation with a shorty. I appreciate y'all, man. But these were just, thoughts straight from a shorty's mind. All right. I wanted to get that out there. It is, listen, I want y'all to know I ain't confused. I know who I am, where I'm going in life. And if you haven't figured out who you are and where you're going in life, log the fuck off the matrix, all right? Because a lot of us don't got time for y'all poor little demon. I said it wrong. For y'all poor little angel, all right, demon hybrids out here bleeding, asking for a doctor to come give y'all surgery. I was already being surgical. It wasn't my fault he was late to the appointment, all right? Be strategic. Listen, I can never say the word right, so y'all gonna laugh and fuck it. Be strategic next time. And with that being said, man, let's try.
Yeah, we living in a world where the rules don't apply. They say we gotta follow, but we ready to fly. System got us boxed in, trying to keep us small, but we rise like the phoenix. We ain't scared to.
Mouthpiece, we need to do a feature. We need to put, both our poetries together one day.
Raw, they feeding us lies. Yeah, we living in a world where the rules don't apply. They say we gotta follow, but we ready to fly. System got us boxed in, trying to keep us small, but we rise like the phoenix. We ain't scared to brawl. They feeding us lies, but we see through the smoke. We're the voice of the people, we're ready to provoke. They want us to divide, but we're stronger as one. Breaking chains, taking names, yeah, we getting it done. It's us versus the system, we're breaking the mold. Fist in the air, yeah, we taking control. No more silence, no more fear. Together we rise, let them know we're here. Riders ignite. In the world of division, they showed us how to share, but the weight of our sorrows, they never taught us to bear. We split our joys and laughter, but the pain remained untold. A burden we carry alone, a story left untold. They taught us to split everything, but not the heavy pain. It lingers in the shadows, a darkness we can't explain. We're left with shattered pieces, trying to mend what's lost. They taught us how to split everything, but not the heavy cost. We learned to divide our dreams and multiply our fears. But the ache in our hearts only grew in passing years. They gave us all the answers, except how to heal. The scars that run so deep, wounds that time can't seal. Yeah, they taught us how to share, but only the good. Smiles and laughter like we understood. But deep down inside, there's a storm we hide. Pain in our hearts, we're just trying to ride. Put on a mask, yeah, we play the part, but nobody sees the cracks in the hearts. We share our dreams, the highs and the lows, but when it comes to hurt, we just close the doors. We share the fun times, deflect the pain, laughing in the sunshine, dancing in the rain. But the shadows linger, they creep and they crawl, breaking us down, but we don't share at all. We got hate in our hearts, but we keep concealed. Taught to share the joy, but wounds, they stay unhealed. They said love was easy to divide, but the heartache never subsides. We tried to split everything into two, but the pain lingers strongly true. Shared our dreams, divided our fears, but the sorrow remained through the years. No matter how we tried to let go, the weight of our suffering continued to grow. Now we're apart trying to heal, but some wounds are too deep to conceal. They said splitting up will set us free, yet the pain lingers in you and me. In a world where rules are set in stone, the system's grip tightens, we're not alone. Bound by chains of injustice greed. Against the odds, we fight to be free. Mighty forces try to keep us down, but our spirits rise, refusing to drown. Defying norms, breaking through the mold. In this battle of wills, our story is told. As the clash continues day by day, we stand united, come what may. For in this world where rules don't apply, our strength and unity will never die. They tried to silence our dreams, but we're loud and clear. With every step forward, conquering fear. They can't hold us back. We're the fire and the flame in this battle for freedom. We're all in the game. They say it's just a game, but we're playing for keeps. With the strength of the many, we're shattering their leaps. No more puppets on strings, we're cutting the ties. With our eyes on the prize, we're reaching for the skies. So let's stand together, let's break down the walls. In this fight for our future, we'll answer the calls. From the ashes, we'll rise like a storm. Riders ignite, it's us versus the system, and we're ready to fight. They built the walls, but we're digging tunnels. With every step we take, we're shaking their bundles. From the streets to the courts, we're raising our voice. In a world full of noise, we're making the choice. They want to keep us blind, but we see the light. Knowledge is power, and we're ready to fight. From the corners of the city to the halls of the state, where the heartbeat of the struggle can't afford to wait. It's us versus the system, we're breaking the mold. This in the air, yeah, we taking control. No more silence, no more fear. Together we rise, let them know we here. Riders ignite. They taught us to split everything, but not the heavy pain. It lingers in the shadows, a darkness we can't explain. We're left with shattered pieces, trying to mend what's lost. They taught us how to split everything, but not the heavy cost. Now we stand here broken, searching for some light, hoping for a way out of this never-ending night. But through it all, we find strength in each other's embrace. Together we'll face tomorrow and find solace in this space. They say don't bring the drama, keep it all light. But every night I'm fighting these demons in sight. Whispers in my mind, yeah, they echo when they shout. While I'm smiling on the surface, I'm breaking without. We're sharing the laughter, but what's underneath? A battlefield of sorrow, a war with no peace. We're warriors in silence, but nobody knows how the pain that we carry just grows and it grows. In a world of lessons learned, they taught us how to stand and burn. But the scars we hide deep inside are the ones that never subside. We followed all the rules they made, but the emptiness never fades. Their wounds like knives, cutting through, leaving wounds that always grew. They painted pictures of success, but couldn't fix what's left a mess. Now we're left to bear the strain of the pain that lingers, never wanes. It's us versus the system, we're breaking the mold. That's in the air, yeah, we're taking control. No more silence, no more fear. Together we rise, let them know we're here. Riders ignite. So remember this moment, remember this face, remember this sound. We're the voice of the future, and we won't back down. In the face of oppression, we'll stand up tall. It's us versus the system, and you'll not.
Kobe that bitch.
I don't
all
get
right?
tired of telling people that social media.
Man, throw all the toxic shit out the window, all right? Kobe it into a trash can and forget about it like yesterday's newspaper, because that's all it is, all right? Bullshit and irrelevant, all right? Because tomorrow is a better day, right? Like, if motherfuckers want to dwell in the past, let them be. Yo, and with that being said, man, we out. Hope all of y'all have a blessed and humble morning, man.